There is a critical secret that could make Terra Luna Classic explode. Terra Luna Classic today is recovering from our drop down just yesterday. You guys can see we got so close to adding another zero here. We were on the brink of dropping down, adding a zero to Terra Luna Classic, but we have since recovered. We are making a nice recovery in the Terra Luna Classic community, and this has helped in large part due to one factor. You can see from the bottom of that sell-off until the peak, we went up right now roughly about 4.5%. So we're seeing a nice recovery, and this is mainly due to a simple factor that the overall market is starting to turn around a little bit. You can see that decline that we saw matched up with the decline of Ethereum and other major cryptocurrencies, but Terra Luna Classic definitely has been struggling the past couple months, and there's a way that we could actually turn that around. You guys can see if we look at the 90-day chart, it's been a little bit rough for Terra Luna Classic. If we're just being totally honest here, this is not a great chart. We want to see a chart going up, not a chart going down. Now, you might be wondering, what is the secret that could make us actually have that happen? The potential that could make that happen comes down to supporting utilities. You can see we have this proposal up right now, ends in just 1 day. So if you guys want to vote on this, make sure you go ahead and do that. But you can see this is going to increase the max contract size to upload code. Now, what this would enable is this would allow people who have larger codes to actually upload them to Terra Luna Classic. Now, what this would do is pretty important. This would allow a larger variety of different utilities to actually be able to implement their code on our ecosystem. However, as a trade-off, that also makes Terra Luna Classic more of a generalized blockchain instead of the specialized blockchain that we used to be. We'd become closer to something resembling an Ethereum blockchain or something like that, more general purpose that then has other utilities built on top of it versus a specialized blockchain in the Cosmos ecosystem. So it really comes down to what we want to do as a community, but this does have some potential and some merits on its own. Both ways have their potential and their merits depending on what we want to do. The community definitely seems to be desiring different utilities coming to our ecosystem. So this proposal would enable that to happen, which could also mean we could have more utilities come in to burn more Terra Luna Classic. And as we continue to get more and more utilities, it's so important that we support these different utilities that support the Terra Luna Classic burns. One example of a utility that is burning Terra Luna Classic is Cremation Coin. You can see Cremation coming in right now. They have burned over 344 million Terra Luna Classic, and they're continuing to burn Terra Luna Classic in an effort to support our community. One thing they've done really nice is enable us to actually view transparently their burns. You can click on this Documents tab right here, take you down to the bottom with a bunch of information. You go ahead and check out their burn transaction evidence that they have on a Google Sheet. You can check out their white paper. You can check out a lot of stuff there, very transparent. And the way that you can help them burn even more Terra Luna Classic is by being involved in the project. It's really that simple. Now, it's important to make sure that you guys do your research and make sure this is the right project for you before you actually get involved. But with this project, by simply buying or being involved in it, on every transaction, they have an 8% tax. Now, out of that, half of it or 4% is going to support the Terra Luna Classic burns, which means as you go ahead, you buy into this project, you support this project, you're actively helping burn Terra Luna Classic. You don't have to do anything other than that except for get involved in this project. And of course, make sure this is something that you want to be involved in. Check out all the information that they have in that Documents tab that I showed you guys at the bottom. Make sure this is a project that is right for you. But regardless, as you're doing your research and seeing if this project is right for you, you should definitely follow their Twitter account. Stay up to date with all their important updates. And you guys can see their weekly Terra Luna Classic burn and see those numbers that continue to come in every single week. If you want to know what Terra Luna Classic could accomplish, check out this video up here and I'll catch you on the next one.